Oh boy, here we go. You got two rants in the same week. In fact, two rants in 3 days. I'm not happy about it. That's why it's called a rant. I have avoided talking about Big Brother 27 for this long. Mostly because the show started right before we left on the cruise, and so I missed a lot of the show, and it took me forever to catch back up because I was busy with work when I came back. B, by the time I got back and I wanted to do like an early season predictions video, we were already a good way into the season. I was like, this doesn't make a lot of sense, and I was just waiting for the perfect time to talk about this show, and I was gonna do it, and I still might do it at the end of the season, which is gonna be like a couple of weeks at this point, I guess. But I could not refrain from commenting on this most recent episode because this episode right here, this night, this twist might be solidifying this as one of the worst seasons in the history of the show. Right now, off the top of my head, I can pinpoint it. It's probably number 5 or number 4 worst season ever. That's saying something. I might be overreacting, but that's kind of where I'm putting it. And if you guys don't know what happens, spoiler alert. For those who haven't watched the show or haven't watched the episode yet, they brought back the spinny wheel puzzle maze thing challenge from Reindeer Games, and it eliminated Rachel Riley. Yeah. The fuck? There's so much to talk about with this season, and there's a lot of things that I could comment on that could be part of like making this one of the worst seasons ever. It could be the absolutely terrible cast, and how they just do not know how to do anything ever for the most part. It could be that the bringing back the blockbuster from last season and bringing it back this season ruins the backdoor effect and has completely screwed over many players that should have ran a lot farther into the game. It could be the fact that the season is going incredibly slow, and now that they are picking up the pace, this is where we're going to get into what I consider the worst aspect of the season, and that's this part with the twists. You could say it was the jury phase. I think 17 people on a cast and you get down only a 7-person jury. That's stupid. I know you're trying to phase out the 9-person jury, but when 10 people are in the pre-jury phase of the show, when the jury phase is only 4 fucking weeks of a 3-month season, that's ridiculous. Okay? CBS does not know how to do their show correctly anymore, and it's really sad to see. And it comes at the expense of their big player on the season. I was really excited to see Rachel Riley return. I'm a huge Rachel Riley fan. I think she's a great player. Now, this season, she was far from perfect this season. She's been far from perfect in any of her seasons. But what she brought to the game was honestly quite refreshing. She was bold, stirred up drama, made chaos, made big moves. I was there for it. And she did that in this season. Not to the same extent as she did in season 12 or season 13. But she was there, and she made it exciting. And in a game that would otherwise just been another season of Follow the Leader, which has been for the last 5 fucking years at this point, Rachel Riley kind of changed it up. Now, also, the cast is incredibly stupid, so that was kind of also why things were shifting every week, and Rachel's was just kind of throwing people around and completely owning the game on a strategic standpoint. And now she's fucking gone, not because any player decided to grow a pair and turn on her, not because she lost in a double eviction, not because somebody turned on her ass, because she lost a spinny wheel maze competition. Because CBS wants to speed up the season in order to prepare for another bullshit reindeer games so we can listen to Nicole Franzel talk in the diary room all season. Nobody fucking likes Nicole Franzel. You see that when your ratings fucking tanked. But no, we just gotta love her. She's so great. You know, we're gonna have a whole segment on her in a stupid little fucking show that we're gonna include because, you know, the season sucks and we need more people to tell us that the season's great. So let's bring on Derek and Taylor to tell us that the season's fucking great. And we'll have Nicole Franzel drinking grape juice because she's pregnant with her 50th kid in the background. Newsflash, people saw right through the bullshit. I didn't like the puzzle wheel competition in reindeer games either. And it eliminated Danielle Reyes, which I was really excited to see her play again, even if it wasn't a regular Big Brother season. And it eliminated her. Which is funny because now the wheel is limited to legends in its 2 appearances in the house. But a competition like that, where the person selects a person to go, a person does the competition. If they win, they select another person, otherwise they're eliminated. That's a competition I think should have been reserved for a spin-off season. A fake season at that. They didn't even live in the fucking house during that season. They just went to a hotel at night. But no, now you bring it onto a main staple season. Not just any main staple part of the season. How about start a jury phase? Doesn't make any fucking sense. What is this competition? Like, I don't understand. Like, Big Brother's always had twists. They've always had changes to the game. That's been a main staple of the game. Going all the way back to, like, season 3 with the veto being introduced. And then they've got the twin twists or, all-star seasons. Or they bring in, like, couples twists or, like, estranged father-daughter duos. Or they bring back a couple players. Or they do a duos thing. Or the coaches, or even more recently with, fucking AI and a bullshit like that. Twists have always been a part of the game. But it comes to a point where you just gotta fucking stop. You just gotta stop with the stuff. I mean, the whole mastermind twist has been going on way too fucking long. The thing that made a twist work for the season is that around the jury phase, either like a week into the jury phase, depending on how many people are in the jury. If it was like a 9-person jury, usually around the final 10 is when they would stop a twist. If it was like a 7-person jury, it'd be like right before jury, the final 8 or final 7, or not final 7, it'd be like final 9, right when jury's starting. They would stop the twists so that the game could continue in normal fashion. And yeah, sometimes you would get some random twist reintroduced for a week or for like a specific competition or something, but it wouldn't be a long-lasting thing that would have a greater impact on the game and stop social workings and stop social strategy from ever going on. But not here. We're just gonna reintroduce the mastermind twist at the start of jury. Oh, by the way, there's only like less than 3 weeks left in the season. There's 9 fucking people in the house. What the fuck? Whatever happened to double evictions? Gooder's had 2 of those. Like, whatever happened to the structure of having a double eviction at the final 11, another one at the final 7? That worked. You fit it in 90 fucking days. You need to do that all season. You need to do 16 people. You add 1 extra person and you have another double eviction. Is it really that hard? Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And, like, maybe I wouldn't have cared as much if it was, like, fucking Ashley that got evicted off of this. Or even, like, Lauren or Vince. God, I was hoping Vince would be the one to get eliminated from this. I fucking hate Vince. I'm going to do a season review video. I'm going to do one I'll talk about the cast there. I'll talk about the BB Unlocked. I'll talk about the long pre-jury phase. I'll talk about the blockbuster. I'll talk about all that there. This is specifically for what happened last night. And like I said, I could have been okay. Maybe it was one of those players. Really, anybody else except for like Will and Rachel. The two people that were absolutely locks for the Final Four. Absolutely locks for the Final Four. Maybe Keanu. Maybe he'll get the Final Four. Will still get there. He's still there. Maybe they'll do another fucking competition the next day where they have to do the wheel again, but this time it's like 10 times higher, and they all got to do it together. Like the first person to not get their fucking chip in is Will, and then they tied fucking Will down because he's like 55, you're fucking 1,000 years old, and so they're gonna make it so where only like the 22-year-olds can go win the competition, so they just fucking piss him off. Because apparently CBS wants a Vince, Morgan, Ashley, and Lauren Final Four, and they'll stop at nothing to make sure they get what they want. Great job hiding the fucking accusations that you plant players into the fucking game. You were able to somehow have Angela in there last season. Everybody knows she's a fucking plot. So now, instead of just having one person in there to focus on, now you throw like half the house or plants. So then nobody can focus on who the fucking player is. I'm sure we could look up footage of Vince and Morgan and all these other players at fucking Coachella, sponsored by Paramount Plus and the millionth show that nobody wants to watch, because when you debut 500 fucking shows in October, nobody's gonna watch them all. CBS Premiere Week? CBS Premiere a camera right up your fucking ass. It's ridiculous. And now the whole season's fucking ruined. Rachel was not supposed to go. Will even fucking said it after it happened. Rachel was not supposed to leave. No, she fucking wasn't. Will, you're right. You're right. She was supposed to fucking leave. Nobody was supposed to leave. At the final night, we just finished an eviction. Otherwise, it's a double eviction. It wasn't supposed to fucking leave. Nobody was. So like the whole trajectory of the game is ruined because you got the person that was running it is gone. Now they're just gonna go back to blah 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 blah. Oh, I don't know what the veto competition is anymore. Blah 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 blah. And fucking Vince is gonna win the game somehow. And it was also just sad. This is not how Rachel Riley exits the game. She goes out fighting. She didn't even looks like she didn't even look like she fucking tried in the competition. She stepped at that little wheel and just started bawling her eyes out while the Plinko board just keeps spinning on the outside border. She didn't even go out with anything crazy. A player like Rachel Riley has to go out fighting in a double eviction at least. Didn't even get to campaign for herself for the most part. Which, like, some would argue, oh, she did that for other players. Like karma. And yeah, it could be karma. It's karma for Pandora's Box, which is another dumb fucking twist that won her the game. But even that twist, I thought was better than this one. Fuck it. I'll take her leaving in a coup d'etat. I would rather her leave in a coup d'etat by Ashley than this way. Yeah, I said it. I think the coup d'etat was a better twist than this. The White Locust is what it's called. Fuck it. Went 15 minutes without saying its name almost. This is single-handedly the worst twist in Big Brother history. And it's one of the saddest evictions ever. Because we're never going to see Rachel Riley play the game again. She's not going to play it again. She had a miserable time in the house. Because nobody plays that style of Big Brother anymore that she played in her first 2 seasons. She's getting old. She has a family. So she's never going to play the game with Brendan again. And that's the only way I'd see her ever coming back. So she's never going to do it again. And that's how it ends? That's how the Rachel Riley saga ends of the show? What the fuck? Even Janelle's wasn't as sad as this. Janelle was a ghost of herself in her last 2 seasons. Just fucking sucks. I have similar emotions now that I did at the end of watching No Way Home. Not as strong, obviously, because I'm not bawling my eyes out, but still, not feel good. And this move, like I said, single-handedly makes this one of the worst Big Brother seasons of all time. It was already not great. It was already too all over the... But I could at least respect it for being unpredictable. I could put it up there for being unpredictable. Somewhat entertaining. We've got some cool outbursts, some good fights, some likable people. But not anymore. Not anymore. I know Keanu's going to be the next one gone. He's the only other one I was kind of rooting for, even though I think Lauren's very cute. I have a crush on Lauren. But my God, is she one of the dumbest players ever? Vince is going to make a deep run, even though he is one of the most sob story, narcissistic fucking people that you'll ever meet. And I think the other people are for the most part, hypocritical, very forgettable, or my God, are they blander than stale bread on Thanksgiving? God damn it. God damn it. That fucking sucks. And you know she's not going to come back either. There's 19 days left. There's 8 people left. How are they going to do that? They've already established there's going to be no double evictions. There's going to be no triple evictions. There's going to be none of that. It's going to be a player goes home like every 2 days or something. What fun is that? You took the entire structure of the game completely gone. With competitions being the only way. Literally, you cannot strategize for yourself. It's all random chance. So what's the point of even watching the season anymore? I don't want any of these people to win. Except Will. Will goes home, I'll stop watching. But Will's still in, so I'm going to watch. Twist sucked. Season sucks. I will talk about the season again, though, in a mere 2.5 weeks. Catch you then.